You've received your box of goodies, and inside your box you have several strands of beads. I've cut these beads off of the strand, and this is just junk cord. This is the cord that the strands came on. You're going to put that to the side. Inside your box there is some stretchy cord. You're going to cut your stretchy cord about 14 inches, right? Then you're going to take one of the clips that's included in your box and put it on the end of one end of the cord. And you're going to make sure it's nice and tight. This is going to keep your beads from falling off. Now you're going to take your beads that you took off the cord. This is a little charm. We're going to set that aside. It already has a jump ring on it. You're going to string that on at any time. So, and then these are some extra beads. So what you're going to do is you're going to string your, decide how you want your beads to be designed. You're going to line them up. And for little boys and girls' wrists, you need about 6 inches of beads. For adults, it's 7 to 7.5. So you're gonna I'm just gonna alternate my beads. And I'm gonna line them up. This is probably a good 6 inches here. But I need 7.5. So I'm gonna keep going. And what you could do is get a ruler and measure out 6 inches for little boys and girls. And you're gonna line your beads up about 6 inches. And then, so let's say this is 6 inches. I'm just gonna say. Now, after you line them up 6 inches, you're gonna add an extra bead for comfort. In other words, you don't want it to be exactly 6 inches where it's so tight that you can't get it on your wrist. So you're gonna add an extra bead for comfort, right? Now you're gonna string all of your beads on the cord. So this is your cord, and this serves as your needle. It's stiff enough to slide your beads right on. So we're gonna slide all of our beads onto the cord. I hope you guys are enjoying making jewelry. Some of you might be 6 inches, some of you might be 6.5, some of you might be 7 inches. But we're gonna get all of our beads strung on. And sometimes you might come up against a bead that has a little stubborn hole. Just put those to the side if the cord doesn't fit, and just add another bead to it. Go to the next bead. Now there are several strands of string that's included in your kit, several bead strands. You guys could swap beads. You could get more than one, and then there's some loose beads. So you're gonna have fun designing beaded jewelry. You might end up with more than one bracelet each if you're doing a birthday party. You might have more than one bracelet when you leave there. You could have mom cut all the strands apart and put them in a bowl, and you guys could just choose what beads you want. I think that'll be a great idea, especially for a birthday party. So you could cut all of the strands apart and put them in a bowl, or put them in separate bowls, or a little cup, maybe a styrofoam cup, a little paper cup, or some little bowls, or you could put them in little piles. And everybody choose the beads that they want to use for their bracelets. That'll be a great idea. So we're almost done. It doesn't take long to string your beads once you decide how you want your pattern to look. And there we are. We're through stringing. Now you notice that when you tie your strands together, the first and the last bead meet. I didn't put a white bead in between these two because that's where I want my charm to go. So I'm gonna just slide my charm on at this point so that it could be in the middle of the two crystal beads. And then I have all of these beads left that I could share or use for a second bracelet. So you just put your charm on your bracelet. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to tie. Now, I like to pull my cord to get a lot of stretch out. And the next thing you're gonna do, an easy way for you guys to do it, and part of your instructions, is to just tie a simple overhand knot, right? And then you could tie another overhand knot, but then loop it through twice. This is called a surgeon's knot. This is an easy way for beginners to do it. And then you tie that really tight. And then you take some glue, the little glue that comes in your box, and you put it on the knot so it won't slip. Just a tiny bit of glue. And then you have an adult cut your ends. Don't cut them too close. Cut your ends. Try not to cut the knot. And there you have it. Now some beads are big enough to where you could pull the knot into the hole of the bead. If it's not, that's okay. You can't see it. But there we have it. A cute little bracelet. Showed you how to tie it off. I'm going to show you that knot again. So I'm just going to put a few beads on this string that I have left, so you could see how that knot is tied again. Just put a few beads on here, and then I'm going to tie the knot in a circle. Just to show you how to tie that surgeon's knot again. This is the easiest way to do it. Now, if you want to learn how to tie an overhand knot with a beaded bracelet, that's a surefire way not to come apart. This is a good way too, but sometimes you want a smaller knot. You're gonna have to come see me and take a class. So I left my cards in the box. My website is thejewelryinstructor.com. So you could contact me that way. But the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna just pretend this is a full beaded bracelet. You're gonna tie an overhand knot first, and then you're gonna tie another overhand knot, and you're gonna go through one time, but then you're gonna go back through a second time with the same end. Just go back in a second time and pull really tight, and then you're gonna put your glue on there. And make sure that glue gets on that knot really good. And then you're gonna cut the end cords. This could be a really cute ring. So if you guys wanna take some small beads and make a ring, you can. These are pretty big for a ring, but if you wanted to, you could take some of the beads you have and make a quick little ring. So there you have it. That's how you tie a stretchy cord bracelet. Have fun and enjoy.